Hello there everyone and welcome back. It is time to continue with some more ranked multiplayer, and we made it into Division Ranking 2, although the last loss has me barely threatening to fall back out. But I am hoping to continue with my good graces, my good progress so far, and maybe if I get a chance, if I'm feeling up to it, I'll play with a little more Roosevelt, since they kind of got tweaked a bit. There were some patch updates. Most notably, Olga got nerfed in ways I can't remember, aside for reduced hit points. And this big gigantic mech in the back here for Roosevelt got a nice little hit point buff, as well as a damage buff, so it could be a very serious threat now. Especially with its faster rate of fire compared to Tur and the Kaiser, it could potentially be better than them. Potentially. Especially with its missile being, I think, useful against hitting other mechs. Whereas the Kaiser and the Tur both are more about crowd control and doing damage to a wide area of enemies. But let's not hold it off any longer. Let's continue on, shall we? And since this is on the weekend, in the prime time I'm hoping, the queues should be much better, and definitely the caliber of opponents are probably at least going to be as balanced as they could be, assuming the matchmaking is working as it should. Although, we're rapidly looking at, well, the player pool is definitely dropping without a doubt, so it again comes down to if by Black Friday, depending what the player counts look like, because yeah, for those of you that are Battlefleet Gothic fans, especially my content video, we are looking at the exact same number of players as we do for Iron Harvest. Although to be fair, Battlefleet Gothic is currently benefiting from a 60% sale, so that's not really saying much. And never mind the fact that Kickstarter, Good Old Games, could be affecting the player count without a doubt. I just could not tell you for the life of me how drastically that's influencing it or affecting it even further. But if we can get a couple wins, if we can continue our climb, that would be nice. See how far we can get before there's potentially no one to go up against, especially for my later evening attempts of streaming. Because if Battlefleet Gothic has taught me anything, I'm not going to get many matches, if at all, for when I ideally want to play, which is late evening for me. For whatever reason. I'm going to assume it's related to the fact that there's no European players or Asian players on the queue in the matchmaking. Hello, hello. You're just in time for the start of the stream there. We got ourselves a nice little raid to start us off. And I'm hoping to continue, or at the very least, hold my position in Gold Division 2, while we slowly but surely continue our climb up. So thank you for the raid there, Clara. Thank you indeed. Let's just hope we get some decent opponents. Because again, I am in the gold division, so I don't know how that's going to affect the wait time or the matchmaking time, but this would be the very first match, so it's going to technically be the warm-up match. So if it's going to be a mess, if it's going to be a disaster, it's going to be here, and you're going to bear witness to it. So enjoy that spectacle. Although I am still trying to learn how to set up my hotkeys, so ideally, again, to reemphasize for my Wednesday stream, I want to be able to have it figured out to a way where I can just seamlessly, for when my troops are retreating to reinforce, that I can just rebind them to the group that I want them to go. So Group 2 normally will be my left side infantry squad, Group 3 will be either on the center or right side infantry groups, and I want to be able to swap them back and forth as needed, since unlike StarCraft 2 where you don't really need to run back to base, that does get really confusing for the sake of remembering hotkeys and trying to figure out where everyone is. Which is honestly the hardest thing I've been having with Iron Harvest, just because it's so fluid that way. Constantly mechs and troops are going to be running back for either repairs, reinforcing, and then they're likely going to go in a completely different area. And then arguably that hotkey group, if I don't update or change it, is completely useless or could hurt me. So that's ultimately the dream. Because what do I have currently? Control Group 1 would be my hero, or considering my hotkeys are completely different to everyone else, that would be 8. Button 9 would be Group 2, that would be, as I hinted at, normally at the start my engineer and any like leftward type of infantry squad. Group 3, which would be 0, would be my main infantry and any central groups. Primarily that's going to be where most of my infantry are going to be grouped. And then Group 4, 5, and 6 are when I start implementing the mechs. What is it? The Strasniks would be Group 4 once they're out. Shamawis, if I build them, are going to be Group 5, as well as maybe Sufs if I don't have any Shamawis on that channel or in that group. And then we'll still have to figure out what Group 7, 8, and 9 are going to be, since I don't think I have a hotkey for Group 10 yet. And we're potentially going up against a Saxony player. They had good representation for a tournament last week, so... And I have fought against them very little, so who knows how that's going to go for me. Never mind the fact I don't really get incredibly late game type of mechs. Oh, Wilhelm. I'm sorry to Wilhelm fans, he's not very popular, so maybe I could be in good shape here. Maybe. Let's not get overconfident though, because I still have to win the infantry game before that even becomes a concern. So Eisenhans, if you're still there, Clara, you can enjoy some exosuit actions, because I think you're all about the exosuits. At least the Razors, or the Razors, however they're pronounced, dang it. I have been spending time trying to know how to say and pronounce the mechs' names, especially Polania, but I have not looked into the exosuits at all.
Let's go.
And I like getting aggressive in the middle of the map, but I'm gonna have to learn to have to hold back a little bit, especially for the mirror matches, because if I don't grab these things quickly, then I'm just falling behind, is really what it comes down to.
That will give us sharp now.
And never mind the fact I need to make sure my third squad is grabbing these points too.
Don't mind if we do. The more, the better.
Oh yeah, and every time I click it also is a brief pause, so let's keep that in mind too.
New orders for us?
Can I at least get the iron? Because they just grabbed those resources.
Fall in. Rallying rifleman.
You name it.
You go over there and get ready for the Grenadiers.
Yeah.
So this looks like a successful raid. It's a question of which one's the engineer squad. And that tells me flamethrowers on the left, I should harass them. I just saw that get picked up.
Look sharp now.
We've got company.
Oh, you didn't get the flamethrowers.
Looks like a good spot.
Interesting. Grab the Grenadier pack.
What can we do?
Yeah, just harass them, because this is good for me until the soldier infantry come to support them.
What is it? Fine. Yes.
You name it, we'll build it.
Oh, dang it, I should.
Just like throwing
That's something I have to be wary of.
Uh-huh.
And they did get the point, but they lost an engineer, so I could just brute force this.
What's the plan then?
And then grab these points and grab the oil.
Look
Grenadiers.
sharp now.
Oh, so
What
is
it?
someone else? Huh, I figured the engineers would have got the flamethrower, but I guess not.
Moving. Yeah.
And every time I see a very briefest glimpse
Orders.
of an infantry squad in the middle of the map when I do the fast queue,
Sounds
or
good.
switch my positioning.
We're under fire.
Can we just cause this to explode? How much damage would that actually
What
take?
can we do? Engineers of Leipzig.
Give it
Yep,
to
this is
them.
not going to be pretty.
Leading the way.
Ready. Find cover. Grenade away.
Dang it. Well, that grenade... Oh, the grenade didn't go off, did it? No, it did. It just was not... Oh,
Follow. Keeping
we're tunnel fishing a bit, but that's not a problem yet.
like a good spot.
Fall in.
Yes. We're listening. Take them out. Orders. Time to
Back
move.
up. Keep shooting.
What can we do?
Taking fire. What's the plan?
Yes.
And I don't know how many troops we lost there. Only one, so that's not terrible.
Quickly. Right away.
And the fire damage has been minimal, but we're dealing with invisible fire right now.
Over there. Fall back and
We'll build
regroup.
Let's go for a
Now
stroll.
I'm remembering, I'm sort of forgetting my hotkeys a little bit. Oh, this is bad.
Us or them. Right away. What is
And I accidentally retreat with them too, which...
Open fire!
This is still good for me so long as I micromanage it decently enough. This is an example where I would like control groups.
Over there!
Curse you and your invisible flames, but
Instructions.
can I? I don't think I could do enough damage to kill you, but if I could kill one more, that'll be nice.
Ready. We're receiving replacements. We'll put
And I think I put too many shift queues because this squad, or the one... Yeah, this squad here that was late to reinforce, I actually want to grab the middle supplies.
Fall in.
You have orders?
So, I told you this was going to be rough, and that emphasizes my point a bit.
Rifleman reinforced.
Never mind the fact that I'm late grabbing this oil too.
Multiple enemy contacts.
Okay, so they're grabbing that.
Orders. Moving.
If we can get free shots, but this cover is not all that great. Or rather, it doesn't work well for me. We scared them though, so that's good enough.
Contact! Yes?
Need something done? It's not
Look
too
sharp
far.
now.
Now, I know they have Eisenhower's, but do I need
Fall in.
to... I didn't upgrade, yeah. Now I'm realizing I didn't upgrade the mines, but... And sadly, I don't like the grenade here because it's technically destroying my own cover. Which isn't terrible once I melee them.
Yes? Yeah? Sounds good. Got it.
Look sharp now.
What is it?
So let's grab the resources here while I get myself collected. And we almost have enough for the reserve one.
Yes.
Looks like a lot of
Reposit. What's the plan? These to good
moving orders for us.
Engineers, I can easily deal a few, but let's reinforce.
Standing by. More sandbags
We're
to
under
fill?
fire!
We're sure to need it. Ready.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Got it. We'll
I
get
should just straight up win this until they bring reinforcements, right?
Building upgrade complete.
That is the theory anyway.
Or them!
Look sharp
Enemy
now.
is taking our mine.
Ha! They're shooting at
I don't know how
us!
true that is though, but engineers, you help seal the deal.
For Bologna! We'll be there in no
Oh,
time.
flamethrowers are coming back.
We've got company.
That's a lot of free damage there, but grenades are always a concern.
Yes!
Yeah, I am winning. Dang it! The perfect time to,
Get back to safety!
just as I saw the reinforcements coming over on the left.
You name?
That's when they decide to throw a grenade.
Fall in. Ready points.
Reserve
So I
forces
did
arrived.
forfeit a bit of points. I could protect the oil here while Ann pushes the middle. Because we still decapped, which is not terrible.
Yes?
And I like, yeah, you did not lose an infantry squad, so you're good.
New orders for us?
Oil,
Keeping our heads down.
I still have plenty of iron, good god. So let's get to upgrading heavily to kind of offset this some.
Fall back and regroup!
We've lost a squad.
What is it?
You got hit by flamethrowers, so that's what happened there. Getting sloppy. And you could just straight up kill
New orders for us?
the flamethrowers.
Fine. Leading the way!
Rear armor be damned. It's not going to do you much good, but
No, sir. The enemy is capturing our pump.
so you can deal with them. We'll grab the points. Strasniks, can you kill it? Close, but not enough. Ah, you didn't kill either of them,
Building
which is
upgrade
realistically what I would have
complete.
liked most, but
Gunners.
You have
Building upgrade complete.
headed that way.
let's build up
Upgrade complete.
towards our workshop, which will need a bit of iron. We need a bit of oil, not iron.
Gunner here, ready to load something
What is
out.
it? Rifle squad reinforced. Gunners
So now I gotta get my groups all sorted out.
New orders for us? Yeah.
There's one infantry squad there.
Follow us. Yes? Let's go.
Actually, yeah.
One more pump.
And am I? Oh yeah, they have mechs too. So they did not get reserve one. That's what that tells me. And I do have gunners to help deal with them some, but definitely hard hits with that said.
We'll
But
build it.
I have the oil. I just need the iron now.
Ready? Yes? Follow us.
And actually, I kind of want you over there to support the left,
Ready for action.
because you know they should respond to this aggression. Case in point, but that's going to be a little bit late.
Get to cover.
And they have veterancy as well. So
Go, go!
Nope, no grenade this time. I saw him stand up and just try to be preemptive on them doing that.
Something done. Let's get to work.
Looks like it's
Well, that's a shame. I figured you would have walked backwards, but I guess not. Yeah, I'm doing terrible dodging the
Grenadiers
dang grenades.
ready. On the way.
But if they hold back, that's okay, but they are Saxony. They benefit from the later game.
Enemy is capturing our pump.
Even with the damage I'm doing. Actually, can we switch dance partners? Because Anne can deal with the flamethrowers easily. Oh, never mind, there's company here. And sadly, I cannot even use that as cover, which is always annoying.
Enemy unit spotted.
Yeah, just repair that quickly before I bring it back, because they got 2 mechs. I think I'm still okay here with Anna, especially if I get a good sniper shot here.
Multiple enemies spotted. The enemy is capturing a strategic position.
You have a target on the move.
Yeah, sadly with 2 mechs I can't take them out all with just a gunner.
Enemy is capturing a strategic position.
So Anne just basically took care of them really nicely. Gunners, deal with that.
Strategic position. A structure is being attacked.
And group 9, okay.
We've lost a strategic
I'm trying to remember my dang groups, it's not working out well.
What can we do?
What's the plan then?
Reinforced and ready.
Riflemen regroup.
Keep moving. Ready. Taking cover.
So you can easily deal with them. Shimawi's getting wrecked right now. And gunners are not going to do too much damage on their own, but we can get another one and they'll support decently.
I've secured an iron roof. On it!
So Anna, grab this point there.
More volunteers.
We've
Did
brought
something
the
break?
anti-mech guns. Understood.
Sadly, we're not going to be able to kill you with the gunners, but we did scare them off. But dang it, my control groups are not organized. So Anna, let's see, who's group 9?
Grenadiers ready.
So you're group 3, congratulations. Let's see.
Yes.
Now group 2,
Guns ready.
we'll actually have these be the gunners for simplicity's sake. And can we grab this point?
We are listening.
Yeah, because they'll have to fight for that.
Is capturing
Anna's gonna grab that. Strasnik,
Ready to move.
you go over there. And I could just boost and use cover. So that's easily enough to deal with.
Target.
We found one.
Taking an improved
I've
position.
occupied an important...
Our oil pump is lost.
Now upgrade this, because Shimawi's did not work pretty well, sadly. I could deal with the flamethrowers easily. I really would have liked to have killed the flamethrower before,
We are listening.
but this will have to do.
Acknowledged. Yeah. That will give
What
us
can we
cover.
do?
Uh-huh. Rifle squad reinforced.
Alright, flamethrower's permanently down. So that's good.
Just give us a target.
Grab the
Gunners
point,
ready.
reinforce,
Did something break?
All better
and
now.
let's get our heavier weaponry.
Let's go.
Because I should upgrade this.
Is ongoing.
Where's my other infantry squad? Okay. You should be able to pull back and reinforce before we have to worry about losing this.
Help. Be there soon. Looks like a safe spot. I'll get there.
And we do have Wilhelm to deal with, which I don't know anything about Wilhelm, but I just know he's the least popular too.
Grenadiers ready.
Watch out! Someone over there. Just give us a target.
Okay, mechs are coming.
Building upgrade complete.
That's okay for now, but geez, 200 points of damage even in cover.
The pump is secure.
That was brutal.
Ready to build armor. Requesting
Okay, so much for fortifying this position. I figured the cover would be helpful there, but I guess not.
building upgrade complete. No. Did something break?
And
Assembly area.
Ready for action. We'll get there quick.
We did it.
until they start pushing forward, I don't have to worry, but I should seriously try and put pressure on them too. But I need to be able to deal with these 2 mechs. And we should be able to start dealing with that pretty soon.
Just like Yannick Wilson.
Alright, Soof, you know what to do? I don't even think that precision shot even hit anything, so that sucks.
No city member. Multiple enemies spotted.
Find cover!
And they're easily, yeah, they're easy enough to deal with, but they are promoted, which will change in a moment.
Has become better.
You're promoted, so deal with them. And now I think you actually outrun this thing, which is going to really suck for them. And I conveniently already have 2 gunner squads, but I was winning that fight. Where's my Strasnik? Because the one direction I did not want you to go was up top.
Has become veteran.
But I think that worked out well with the Federacy. You just might not survive.
The enemy is capturing a strategic position.
Now, the trick would be having the gunners hit the mech and not the dang walker, though. Oh, did they walk on... Was that a mine that just hit me there? 300 points of damage for all of a sudden. That would be interesting, because it would be the first time I encountered it, too.
Something done. Engineers ready to redeploy.
We've lost a strategic position.
Although the mortar is great for denying the engineers, at least. Where's my other gunner? Oh, yep, they're way in the back, so... Can we kill... Yeah, can we kill them? Because we have gunners about to show up in a moment. It is sadly spread out quite a bit, though. But kill their gunners will help a ton. And I need more engineers to help even it out. Yes, so no problem there. Grab the points. We should be able to just brute force this now. Ideally, with one that has more health. Ooh, Federacy at a perfect time. They are continuing these mechs, so... If we can kill these 2, that gives me so much potential for later on once I repair them. You're probably not going to survive, though, but... Oh, that was fast repaired. That was not what I intended.
You have orders? It'll be good as we'll have
But let's get ready to defend this point here, because I don't think I care about the iron mine too much. And the damage we just did is absurd. Really good here.
We'll do it. More volunteers. Workshop reporting.
And now if I want to get a turn, I have to wait for the resources.
Can always use cover.
Yeah, I figured it was a mine. I just... Yeah, that's like the first time actually encountering them. And it actually could have made the difference there. I just thankfully had the second Soof kind of tank, and of course the Federacy helped a ton too. And outside the mech, I can deal with this nicely enough. And I'll just steal points behind them in the meantime. And I do have 2 engineer squads, so both of them are getting repaired. And then I guess the engineers will just hold them off. And I can't remember, wasn't the Tur 700 iron before? I think they may have nerfed the production cost for that, but I could be wrong.
It's ours now.
How can I serve Polania? Let's keep moving.
Is it possible to decap this? I seriously doubt it, but
Workshop reporting.
we do have a Tur to help out here. And these are almost fully repaired.
New orders for us? Sounds good.
Yeah, and I only have 3 infantry, so I can't actually... I don't even think I could fight these gunners with just 3 infantry. So, can I start bombing this iron mine with the mortars then?
Fall in.
That might be good.
Meet right here.
We're receiving replacements.
And it's good to know the Grenadiers survived. Although,
Moving.
with that said, let's put a little bit of pressure here, because these Soofs are without a doubt going to prompt a response.
Repairs are finished.
It's not going to be a lot of damage, but it's going to force something from them. And I am capped out on supply.
Uh-huh. Sure thing.
Standing by.
Rifleman.
With very little cover at that, so
Moving to cover.
it could be pretty dangerous. Let me just move infantry up to steal more points. Because again, this should prompt a response, if they're aware of it. Or to just build up for Kaisers, which is entirely
Need
possible
something
too.
done? We'll be there in no time. We've got company. There's one right there.
Here comes the cavalry. So just melee, because we could deal with these two. We could deal with these mechs easily. Actually, I don't even need the melee if I'm just gonna run away, am I? I was thinking of maybe coming into this fight, but there's not really a need to.
Artillery, get down!
I'm in a...
Oh, there's Eisenhower's. It took them a while, but they finally got the reserve one. Ah, that's a shame. We were robbed an opportunity to kill that mech, but... Actually, can the Strasnik go up there? Because their mortars aren't too terrifying. And I don't feel threatened over here yet. I just keep getting these warning messages about artillery that... They are disrupting my camp, but they're not terrifying. And would a piercing shot even help here? How effective is a piercing shot here? It just did not pierce through, it just went... Stopped on the first Eisenhower. Okay, here comes Reserve 2. Veteran C, that's nice. We lost a squad. What squad did we lose, I wonder? Probably engineers or squads on the left. Nope, they got their tank hunter. Rush this thing down and blind. Ah, dang it. It just got elite ranking too, which is gonna suck, but... Yep, it's hitting the rear of the... What is it? The Wotan, so that's gonna be dead. Oh, he finally decided to melee, which is unfortunate, because those things are ridiculous in melee. But... Not only can we get another turret, we can get another SUF, so... I think we're fine. I just gotta deal with the Eisenhowers, I suppose, finally. Although I think they're gonna die anyway. Aw, stupid field gun. I'm not happy with you, so die. That was a terrible shot. And let's see. Pretty much everything's upgraded except the left oil field, which I don't need at this point. There we go. Now I can get another SUF for the attrition damage. Yep, I'm aware they have medium armor. I just was curious if the piercing shot would go through or not, really. Since it does for unarmored and I think even light armor, maybe? So it was the first time I saw it get stopped. Was it stopped cold, as opposed to potentially the triple damage Anna could have done there, hitting all three of them.
What's the next destination? Ready to obliterate Polania's foes. Just point me at our...
Sadly, I cannot kill you, but the mortars are easy enough to deal with. And I'll just destroy their iron mine. Kill the mortar, then kill the mechs off. Because I'm imagining they're pretty starved with the amount of mechs they had to buy.
What can we do?
Alright, Narsuf is in effect. Do I still have... Well, I still have gunners, but they need healing. Tank Fleeter's still in good shape, though. You better run. He knows who the top dog is here. And that is definitely without doubt the turret, but it is getting worn down without engineers.
More volunteers? Calling in the airs.
So we are going to need to work on that.
It's ready to break.
We've won.
Okay, they gave up.
Now to take care of it.
Okay. That was still sloppy to start off with. It felt really bad because I lost focus on my control groups. That's what ultimately felt like. If I invested more in just individually control, maybe I wouldn't have had that issue, but it's part of the reason why I want to get the control groups figured out. So it can flow a lot more freely and fluidly. But at least now I have that buffer, or should I lose a match? In all honesty, maybe I'll play Roosevelt at this time, just to spice up. Do maybe 2 or 3 matches if I can get away with it. I suppose the map will dictate if I go Roosevelt or not, though. But yeah, I kind of did not think to pick them for my last stream, so we'll fool around with it here, and even then, it's just really to try to get a sense of their mech, since I don't really... It seems like it's ultimately getting decided by the time mechs come out, at least when I'm winning, and I'm failing abysmally in the infantry mainly because of my aggressive play. I fall behind on the resource count because I don't grab them as quickly as my opponents. So it relies heavily on me stealing the supply cache on their half the map, or force them to bring 2 infantry squads to deal with me. And for that to happen, it needs to be a really effective harassment for the 1 infantry. So I'm basically making it harder on myself is what I'm saying. But it can work well. It's just a question, what would be ultimately a success? Should I just go straight for the oil to slow down their teching in case I can't get like the iron and the oil there, like an oil spill? Or do I go with the irons to just offset the resources I'm losing at that point? Because they did try and steal the points behind me, mainly because it took me forever before I actually decided to send troops over to grab them myself. So it doesn't really help me if they ultimately just grab it afterwards at a later date for my 2 nodes. Alright, Roosevelt on Border River. And I believe this is not, I think this is perceived to be not a good map for Polania in general, due to how fixed the attack points are. So this might be a good opportunity to switch on over. And although of course we have to deal with the dang barbed wire shenanigans, so I'm gonna have to first go over there. Or at least send my engineer over there to grab the Gradier pack really quickly. What's it gonna be, buddy? What's it gonna be? 6, 5, 4. Brunhilde. Oh god. I guess Olga's gonna have to be our Luke Skywalker for this, huh? No. Do I really go this? Because I do feel like I want an extra soldier for Reserve 1. It feels odd, but this seems decent. Because we have our Nagan to serve as kind of a tanky unit to protect Nakos. I want to call them Makos, but that's Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, Iron probably, because very rarely, very unlikely I'm going to be able to get both of them if I raid like that. And even in the tournament, we've seen them, everyone basically content to grab 2 points on their hat at the start of the game, as opposed to raiding supply caches, so...
Establish on field command.
This is ultimately probably a flawed strategy going so aggressive, but we are playing Roosevelt. Guess what they like to play? They like to play aggressive due to their short range. And I also like how they say, is there a plan this time? Come on, get on up there. The sooner you get up there the better, so that 2-3 second delay probably is going to make the difference.
Tell us what is needed. Yeah,
Grab that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about barbing wiring there. Was it the bridge? But it's probably a defensive tactic I should keep in mind. And there's only 1 on oil, so you kind of can deduce what that might mean.
Equipment's ready.
Vanguard
What
infantry.
is it? Vanguard soldiers on the double.
And then once I get 3 out, I should look to try and push super aggressively
Is there a plan this time?
because of my extra power. In fact, they normally just melee because then it's so easy to micromanage because it ignores cover when you melee after all. Ah, dang it. I could have grabbed that if I had paid attention. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to steal theirs. Or at least I'm going to look to steal theirs.
New request?
Oh yeah, and they're Grenadiers now, so I can't actually win that fight.
Vanguards reporting to the front.
I kind of overlooked that fact a bit.
Whatever's required. Instructions. Now what?
I can still get the Grenadier pack and we're on even footing, but of course I...
Certainly.
Another mission.
Alright, just shoot them. Kill another of their squad.
Something to report? Vanguard soldiers on the double.
We need it all.
Yeah, you're pretty much dead at this point.
Grenades are a good tool.
And you know the grenade. I'm watching for the grenade. Because I'm...
Engineers in trouble! Carefully! Treat them with care.
Instructions. Mark targets.
Can I kill one more?
Don't trip.
Because I can't quite fight them. I'm losing focus.
Everything. Grab all of it.
Request reporting some engineers.
Yeah, they're just gonna die, aren't they? They don't... I don't think they have the health to survive, so that was a waste.
Vanguard infantry.
Infantry squad lost. Vanguard infantry squad reporting. We see many of
So that was probably a big waste on my part,
Always
sadly.
Yes, so. What is there to do? We need it all. Move it. Another mission. Vanguard under fire.
Alright, so we could just fight these guys off easily enough.
Is there a plan this time? Speak
And they
fast.
can't stay and fight. So
Vanguard
losing an engineer
infantry.
squad, losing an engineer is gonna hurt like hell.
Shoot 'em here. What is it? We'll rally new unit here.
Instructions. Us or them?
So just melee.
Bear one.
Another mission.
Show us a multiple enemies sight exit.
And I think I can get this. And then I'll have to retreat.
Vanguard under fire. March in. Speak fast.
The enemy is taking our mine.
Stop. Oh, flee.
Flee, retreat.
Something to report?
Equipment's ready.
I did not,
We see the spot.
I did not upgrade.
Getting it
No,
up
that was not what I wanted,
problem.
dang it.
What needs looking at?
Damn it. I hit the wrong button, and I don't even think I can cancel this without... So this is gonna really suck. Not that it matters, I suppose, too much.
They're after us! Our HQ is under attack.
Instructions. Reinforcements falling. Take it down there. To
Can we punish them?
run for cover. Lay
We
them
need to
out.
get back to the fight.
Because we can without a doubt get over here
They're shooting
and hurt them, but watch for...
We'll handle this. This way.
Watch for the engineer, or watch for the grenades, like right now.
Shoot after us or them. Stop. Let's roll. Instructions.
New request?
This could ultimately not be a bad thing, but it feels bad.
Soldiers on
Especially with how far behind I am on resources and everything.
Instructions. Speak fast. Move it. Yes.
the
Yeah,
enemy is
we have an
taking our
opportunity
mine.
to grab points and all that.
Taken care of.
Engineers here.
We can go over there, help deal with that.
Will take us.
What is it?
What is there to
Building complete.
Another mission? Welcome, Rebecca. This way.
We've
Yeah,
lost an iron mine.
ideally trying to raid them is probably a terrible idea, because again, I want to build up for when I have the 3 or 4 vanguards, as opposed to just an individual one.
Vanguards reporting to the front.
Instructions.
So, that's probably the failing here a little bit.
Lay them out. They're shooting here. Another mission. On now. Instructions. Cover us.
Alright, so get the vanguards all over here.
Engineers in trouble!
Okay, I was hoping they would be in cover, but do we get this? No, they're just gonna keep shooting, so I'm just suffering from the fact that I lost the engineer squad. I'm just outnumbered and,
Engineers
as a
here.
result, doing a bad job spraying out my squads.
What needs looking at?
What is there to do? Moving out. Vanguard under fire! Stop! Cover us!
Hold it down, strategic position.
Another mission?
Can we at least start pressuring then? Because once I start deathballing, this should be a little bit easier, but you look like you're gonna die.
Stop! Instruct! Пошел, пошел! What is there to do? They're shooting here! Speak fast!
Because, yeah, this is not looking pretty right now.
Give the order.
The enemy is taking our mine. We need to get back to the fight.
Vanguard
Because honestly, if all goes well, this is what I should be doing once I can overwhelm them, but
Give the order.
The enemy is
that's the flaw of the early aggression here.
Moving out. Another mission? This way.
We've lost an iron mine.
Vanguard infantry. What is there to do?
We could still come back from this some.
They're after us! Stop!
They are promoted though, so we're gonna have to be careful of that.
One of our units is now veteran. The enemy is after our oil. Structure under attack.
You know, what I should do is take advantage of the fact that they are retreating individual units, so
Rest report here.
that should give me a window to just deathball surge around a bit.
Taking our pump.
Yeah, they are stealing my resources, but if we can do damage to them,
Forces have arrived.
that might not be worth it.
Shouldn't be a problem. Let's go, Changa.
Engineers recovering. Multiple enemies.
Now it's just a question where the grenades are going. Because sadly one of them got hit fully.
The enemy is capturing its strategic position.
Job? We're all friends here.
And I haven't had a chance to upgrade, so if I don't get something going quickly, this is gonna suck.
The strategic position. Back to the fight.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, finally got grenadiers, but
The homeland.
Speak fast! Shooting here! Move it! What is there to do? Take those grenades.
Tell us what
Is
is
there a
needed.
plan this time? Moving out.
grab all the points we can
March in.
The
and
enemy is
start
taking our
to
mine.
recover a bit.
Throw back the fall.
They're after us!
And yeah, getting this workshop was terrible because I did nothing with it.
Squad lost.
I've secured.
So that is
I'm
unfortunate.
listening.
So really,
On my way.
that workshop did me no goods at all.
We've lost an iron mine.
Cover.
And you have no health left. I could hunt you down and kill you.
Stop! Should be
Enemy
safe
group
here.
ahead.
Another mission. Yes, so.
Equipment's ready.
I'm ready. Moving. Let's. I see the target.
Listening.
Need a plan.
Don't think I can kill him. 18 health's not going to be enough, sadly.
What is enemy unit sighted?
Whatever is
Feed it
required.
back. We've captured an iron mine.
We see this spot.
The enemy is after our oil.
Yeah, because I'm just straight up outnumbered right now.
Multiple enemies sighted. One of our units is now veteran.
So you will thankfully live, but...
I see the target.
And actually, let's do the dang Changa cheese there, which summon Changa so she can tank shots.
Just give the order. Will do. This way.
Something to report?
Come on, I believe in you. Survive. Do I upgrade? I guess I do, to kind of offset the time that I lost, but... And that way I can get reserve 2s faster that way.
Don't mind
But
me.
flee!
Looks
You
like this
intel?
target's low.
Let's ride.
For action.
What is there? Yes, so.
I'm all ears.
Alright, just get going, grab that, heal everyone.
Gain a rank.
Pushing that way.
And let's see, Olga's doing fine.
Infantry squad lost.
Oh, there goes engineers.
Something to report?
Plan this time.
Yep, they just have too many infantry squads, but no sign of reserve 1 yet. But of course, they're saving up for Brunhilde and all that after all.
Building upgrade complete. We have access to improved route Rusviet resources.
So I'm just failing on the infantry front,
The enemy is taking our mine.
On my way.
and I have no momentum.
They're shooting
All's going good here so far, but my attempt
Orders.
to play with Rusviet's not going well right now.
I see the target.
The enemy has taken our pump. We've lost an iron mine. Multiple enemies sighted.
Need a plan. I'll finish
Something to
them.
report?
They're ready to go. Watch your heads. What next? Nurse the tyrant.
The enemy is taking our mine.
Stalking the shadows.
So they're both veterans, see, so that's not gonna go well there.
Will do.
I'm all ears. Sounds like a plan.
Is there a plan this time?
We've lost an iron mine.
Yeah, none of my groups are control groups either, which doesn't help.
Destroy.
What is it? What do you want?
I am not liking how's this going, and I don't have the oil even because this has been going so badly for me. And they have Brunhilde on that, so this is game.
We see men out there.
The moral of the story is I should not have done the early aggression like I did with Polonia because it doesn't benefit Rusviet. Oh, I'm still playing Polonia mostly. Because again, what I should have done, get 3-4 vanguards and then do the aggressive push, because then that's much more of a death wave. And I can kill 2 or 3 of their infantry squads immediately if they don't notice it in time, or if I can get away with the first shot out of cover. So it really came to that. Gotta change my mindset, especially for the Polonia mirror match too, because I can't do that for technically the same reason. Since I have no advantage to pressure them early on. It was good in a one-on-one fight, but the defender advantage ultimately meant that I couldn't gain anything from it. So we'll give it another try without the aggressive push. If at least with Rusviet. Because I did myself a disservice there. And that's what I want to try and figure out. Understand the economics, so I know just how long I have to push forward and what I have to get done to at least be on even footing. What I normally do is I go for the upgrade 1 iron mine, if I can remember to upgrade, and then just that times out well once the second engineer is built to immediately get the barracks, at least for Polonia. And then when the barracks built, then I may get the second iron or an iron oil, because depending on how it plays out during that time, I still have the resources to maybe get the iron oil before I need to invest in the reserve 1. Yeah, a lot of iron is definitely needed there for the Vanguard. Because in all honesty, Rusviet, at least before this patch, didn't really care about their mechs outside the Nako. And the Nako doesn't even need an upgrade workshop. So they can afford to skip out on a lot of oil that way, until they need the Nagans. So that helps a ton with the double iron mine strategy, because they don't need as much oil later on, arguably. Especially with the reserve too. You can get your Nagan easily that way. So same fella, we're gonna try this again properly. Let's not do ourselves a disservice here, because we know they're going for late game play. I need to knock those in time for that though. And of course, there may have been an opportunity I could have got that Grenadier pack too. That also hurt me tremendously. So we'll see about fixing that. Now, are we going to see the same as before? Nope, just double Olga. So we're just going to mirror match and all that, so... all the more reason why I can't play super aggressive, because defender advantage makes that uphill battle for me when I'm ignoring my iron mines and resources. Although I do need to watch for the grenade pack, so maybe I do the safe thing and just grab that right away, because it was a bit of a cheese strategy to just rush your opponent's grenade pack. So we'll see about if we can get away with that or not, or see if we can grab it. So engineers go to the right, and then vanguards grab the iron mine on the middle left.
Command
What is there to
established.
do?
Equipment's ready. Yeah.
Marching, guess so. Just give the order.
Tell us what is
All right.
needed.
Nothing to report.
Let's try and at least do better, if nothing else.
Is there a plan this time?
Maybe this is better safe than sorry to grab the grenadier pack,
Vanguard
but
infantry.
Instructions?
we can easily grab the iron mine. After that, maybe I could just grab this iron mine up top.
Tell us what is needed.
Another mission?
Grenades are a good tool.
Something to report.
Yep, let's see. They stopped grabbing oil there, as a note.
Soldiers on the double.
Grenadiers, ready to lead the charge.
Just give the order. Group of enemies sighted.
Okay, so they're basically just copying me. Even though I know they were grabbing the oil briefly, so I do have a little bit of a time advantage here.
Vanguard infantry.
How much of an advantage, it remains to be seen. I don't even know why I'm grabbing that point, but
Will do. Moving out.
They're ready to go. Keep behind cover.
What is it?
and we get the center iron mine, which is pretty good, but can we get these supply caches as well?
Vanguard infantry squad reporting. What is there to do? Whatever's required.
Working at capacity.
Now gotta pay attention to if they push this.
Just give the order.
Need something done?
Another mission? Take everything.
That is the plan.
Something to report? Vanguard soldiers on the double.
New orders?
What is there to do? Is there a plan this time?
I don't have any oil, but I'm getting so many of this oil packs that should easily negate 2.5 minutes worth of not having oil pump. And with this central iron mine, I should be okay.
Good
New
cover to
request?
fight.
Multiple enemies sighted. Engineers here.
That's kind of what I was
Another
expecting.
mission? Patrolling.
Building upgrade complete.
What?
The enemy
What
is
is
taking
required?
our mine.
Speak fast.
If I can get a free shot, that forces their hand a bit.
Enemies sighted.
Our actions speak for us. Let's go.
That was a free shot. I cannot feel bad for that.
What's that? Time to retreat. Watch your
The enemy is
Vanguard
taking
infantry.
our mine.
Move it. Whatever's required.
to the point.
More oil. Another mission?
Grab
Yes,
that,
so.
and then
Vanguard
we're gonna have to
infantry.
figure out how to do this fight here,
What
but
is there to do? This way.
We've lost an iron mine.
Should be
New
safe here.
orders?
Another mission? Move it.
What is it?
because let's
Is
see.
there a plan this time? They're after us.
What does it
I do have grenades.
Vanguard infantry.
Need
Marching.
something done? Instructions?
There we go. This time it's the proper one.
Multiple enemies sighted.
To victory.
Now, I need a good concave to deny the armor or cover.
They're ready to go. Keep behind. Man
Another
versus
mission?
man.
What is there to do? Let's shoot here.
The enemy is taking our mine.
Instructions.
Listen. Let's scrap.
And I do have defender's advantage, which could be useful. Could be.
Throw for the feet. Attack.
Although, this is not going to go well, is it?
We've lost an iron mine.
Because I'm still losing this fight regardless. But I can heal up.
Looking for volunteers.
Nope, they're just going to die. Never mind. Because then they'll be forced to back off once I heal. But I was hoping not to lose as nearly as many troops.
Multiple enemies sighted. The enemy is taking our mine. The enemy is after
And they
our oil.
apparently they killed off my entire infantry squad on the left too. So now this is going badly.
Grenadiers lead the way.
New request? Get to it.
And I thought I had healed with you, but I guess not.
For them.
We've lost an
Come on, shoot, please. You're not shooting.
Is after our oil.
Ready
to throw back
Whatever's required. Instructions! Get
To the
through
point.
Virginia!
Something to report?
They're ready to go. Follow
Yeah, I'm
us
just
to
losing all the points now, sadly.
Electric wire.
The enemy has taken our pump.
It goes to show what the positioning does for you there, but sadly,
Something done.
that is kind of what I wanted to do last map, because I could have done that against Saxony a lot, pretty damn well. I just can't expect my grenades to do damage,
To the point. Take shelter.
and I need to watch for their grenades at the same time.
Need a team?
And I never did upgrade. No, I did upgrade the iron, but
New
it
orders.
doesn't do much here.
What does the Motherland require?
Is there a plan this time?
And I can't fight you, because you're just gonna run.
What does the Motherland require? For Rus-
And now I have a massive disadvantage right now because of that.
What is it? Deploy. Cancelled. Advance in the front.
Because you're just gonna interrupt that. Not much I could do there. Decapping doesn't help me because that's my own node after all.
Another mission? Flee!
Need something done? What does the Motherland require? They're testing us!
Just give the order.
Listening! To the point! Root step! Listening! Need something done?
Multiple enemies sighted. Reserve forces have arrived.
Another mission?
I'm ready. Suck it.
Grenadiers have
Beat
fallen
it.
back to the point!
The enemy is taking our mine.
Why? We'll clear the road, man.
You intel?
We'll
Moving.
see if this does anything or not. Probably not, but we can dream, right?
That's right.
Because yeah, with everything retreat, you'd think this would be a perfect opportunity to re-grab everything.
We've lost an iron mine.
Bыстро!
Just give the order.
Tell us what is
But that's not looking the case.
Vanguard infantry.
New request? Looking for volunteers.
to the point!
Get some engineers here.
Nothing to see.
Iron for the cause!
What is it?
Nope, I did not want that mouse scroll. I don't know what happened there, but
Follow us to victory. Instructions?
New request?
so maybe I just need to keep getting more infantry while I build up the oil for
You intel? For the
the
whole-
dang Nakos and mechs. I don't honestly recall what their reserves were even, but not having upgrade iron mines probably hurt me some.
Vanguard infantry squad reporting.
Hmm.
Flow steady. Engineers reporting as ordered.
You know that's not going to work out well, dang it.
Pay attention! Time to recruit engineers here!
What is there to do? Move it. Just give the order. Patrolling. Is there a
Adversary
plan this
force in
time?
sight.
This way.
What's the job?
This
Hmm.
is
Over
Russell's
there?
front now. New job? Wherever
This started falling apart since I lost that battle there, that 3-on-3 fight.
Another mission?
And of course, there was no way for me to push into that
The enemy is
at
after
all,
our oil.
even though I had the resource advantage up to that
Infantry
point.
Squad lost.
Ready for action.
It just snowballed out of control from there.
Instructions?
What is there to do?
More volunteers.
And now I'm just being
What is it?
outnumbered quite heavily here.
Has taken our pump. The enemy is taking our mine.
Let's go.
Although,
China.
I need to try and get individual victories in that case, which
Tell us what is needed,
it's
new
very
job.
unlikely to
Always
believe
on
I can actually kill off an entire infantry squad.
The Motherland
Whatever's required. Another mission?
We've lost an iron mine.
We'll clear the route.
Because you know what's going to happen here. As soon as I push forward, they're going to just rush.
Instructions? New orders.
Just rush there. I do have engineers. Yes, there. I kind of saw that coming, to be fair.
Infantry squad lost.
Finish them.
And they just died. So this is a disaster.
Вперед, котик.
Taking enemy fire! They're ready to go.
I'm willing to start this again. Try and refine this, dang it. Because I did have the resource advantage, it's just being spread out that hurt me there. Because then I had to immediately fall back once they pushed the middle with the 3 vanguards. And apparently that gave them the time needed to use my own defensive cover against me due to my shorter range. Unless The only thing I could really think of is maybe I don't retreat with that first infantry squad and have them just sit on a defensive point and take them on 2 on 3, or 1v3 basically. Which probably means they're going to die immediately before reinforcements even get there though. But yeah, that's the nature of mirror matches in general there. That it snowballs out of control if you make early mistakes. So we'll jump back into Rusviet later, I think. It's a different person this time, but we'll go back into Polania. Hope I didn't regress as a result of that. Or we'll be playing Rusviet and work from there. So, Guther. More Saxony, but it's not super late game. Guther we can deal with. I just gotta remember to build maybe a gunner of some kind for when it comes close to Reserve 1 queue. And of course the mortar, because there's indestructible cover that's used for pretty much this entire match with the train carts. So that's basically what the mortar is for. Can I put enough pressure on them to at least have the decisive advantage before artillery? Because if I can secure the middle point, maybe that's okay. I just have to secure it. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to get back after artillery. So I need to be able to do a lot of damage early on. Alright, just wait for him to load so we can get this started. And again, I like to try and raid the center points again, but I literally am going to be walking right by his iron mine, but I always do that.
Field command. Stand by.
And I do dislike the paths they take trying to just grab all the resource points instead and just actively avoid each other. Because with the hit and run centric style Polania, I kind of need to get in their face.
No more sitting around.
I would like to try and grab the resources in the middle. But we'll play it this way for now.
You name it, we'll build it.
Multiple enemies here.
Yeah.
And that's not going to help, is it?
That will give us cover.
It scared him off, so that's fine.
Get to cover.
Fall in. Ranger
Build more with this
Open
iron.
fire. Moving.
I have the range advantage, so it's
Let's
fine.
go.
I guess
That'll help.
What can we do?
What's the plan then?
New orders for us? That will give us cover.
no, just go the other way.
Over there, cover. Get to cover.
Need something done?
You asked for grenades.
Yes.
Now
Follow
give
us.
us something to throw
The
them
more, the better. We've got company.
So can we grab this? I am going to take a hit, but I have Grenadiers here.
What is it? Keeping our heads down.
I can take this one hit, maybe. No, I'm just going to take too many hits, dang it. And I lost an entire infantry squad, so that was
Fall in.
arguably not worth it.
We've secured the mine. Ready.
Rallying
Be
riflemen.
standing in the open.
Rifleman ready to protect the
About
mountain.
time!
New orders for us? Leading the way.
What's the plan? Take cover!
Taking cover.
Rifleman
So they got the oil on the right, so
Yes.
let's keep that in
Enemy
mind.
units
do it.
ready for action.
Yeah. Riflemen reinforced. That'll help.
We'll get there. Let's get out of the open. Moving.
And let's see, are they grabbing oil here? But I can shoot
Kill
them.
fast.
I have the range advantage, right?
Handle that. We're
That is until they start walking up like that.
Looks like a lot of them.
What can we do?
I don't want to know why the hell that happened, but it
What
happened.
is it? Looks like a good spot.
And they got doubled oil.
Riflemen can handle.
Years of them.
More oil, better.
Hurry!
Yes. Sounds good.
What can we do?
What is it? Fine.
Make it quick!
Yes.
On the move!
So can I push up here?
New orders for us? Yeah. Leading the way. Got it. Uh-huh.
What's the plan?
So let's switch the control group some.
Move! We're ready! Right away!
Orders for us?
Force you back because I have the range. Gotta be mindful of grenades still.
Multiple enemies. Orders.
Pump is ready to do whatever
Time to move. They're shooting at us.
Enemies. Looks like a lot
Let
of
them
them.
have it! Find cover!
Yep, 3 squads here, so
Engaging enemy!
I'm gonna lose this fight in a moment, is what it's looking like.
Get the position.
Yeah.
You name it, we'll
Taking
build it.
fire.
We can Make it build quick! that. Falling back!
And
Uh-huh.
that's
Let's go. Get
Okay.
to cover.
I can shoot them there. I got iron, I got the victory point, so
Moving.
let's
Need
see
something done?
Fall in.
what we can get done here because I'm about to lose
What
this
is it?
point.
There's room for everyone.
The enemy is capturing our pump.
Come on, just shoot. I don't need you split like this.
Get them.
What can we do?
There, that works.
Quickly. Move it. Rifles back from the front. Uh-huh. Rifle squad
So they
reinforced.
technically gained nothing from that,
Building
thankfully.
Finnish recruits.
Waiting.
Arming
Grenadiers
Polanian
ready.
gunners.
Right away! Moving to cover!
New orders for us? Leading the way.
Ready for action!
We've got company.
Yes.
And I did not upgrade all stupid me. I was looking at before,
Looks like
but
a lot of them.
Yes. Time to
it was still pretty stupid there.
Gunners reporting. Give us something to shoot.
And I have gunners, well, maybe they're still a little bit early, but they can grab the field gun in the meantime.
Always better.
Got it! Orders?
Multiple enemies
What is
here.
Let's go. New orders for us? Yes.
Enemies.
Leading
like
the
a lot of
way.
them.
That will give us cover. Moving. Order. We're under fire.
That was a lot of damage there. They don't have grenadiers, so
Uh-huh. Yes. Over there. Cover. Get them.
Grenadiers
Just
ready.
keeping our heads down.
Position cleared. On the
Cannon
way.
ready to slay Polania's enemies.
It's been standing in the open.
alright.
Building upgrade complete.
Just be useful. It's really all you need to do.
Yes. Over there. Go for Polania.
That's just a loss.
Looks like a good.
We've lost a squad.
Taking cover.
That is unfortunate.
No
I
secret
figured
route.
maybe they could have stalled. I was trying to employ what I learned there, or suggested before, but it was a terrible idea.
Get to cover! Contact!
Because they just died a horrible death regardless, even if they tried to stall.
Ready for a target. Get into battery.
Look sharp now.
Rifleman ready to protect the motherland.
Extraction is ongoing.
Now I'm just wondering about Reserve 1.
Grenadiers ready.
I do have 2 victory
It's been
points,
standing in the
but
open.
What is it?
that doesn't help
Get
me
to
a whole
cover.
lot. And I don't have to worry about this exploding until they got like a grenadier or
Multiple
something
enemies
that
spotted.
Yes.
can actually target it.
Anti-armor standing
Enemy
by.
unit spotted.
Deploy right here. Preparing to fire. Get into
Standing
battery.
by. Moving to cover.
Yeah. Looks
Ready
like
for
a good
action.
spot. What is it?
You
Multiple
name it,
enemies
we'll
spotted.
build it.
Yes.
So everyone get over there.
That will give
Or
us
rush
cover.
them
It's all
down.
for them. Cannon ready for orders.
And yeah, that forces them back. I'm fine with that for now.
Orders? It beats standing
What
in the
can
open.
we do? Meet
And
right
since they have the
here.
weaker Reserve 1, I can kind of force their hand a bit.
Standing by.
And they do have Gunther out.
Watch out. So one over there.
And that's probably due to the oil that they got.
Repositioning as ordered.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Order. We're under fire.
We're ready. Move.
Enemy unit
Armor standing by.
Gunther is wrecking me.
Moving to cover.
Ah, dang it.
Fall back and regroup. Cannon ready
This is
for
about to
orders.
fall apart, isn't it? I fear.
reserve forces have arrived.
It was only slowing us down. Speed it up.
And I do have the gunners, but they need to actually get line of sight of Gunther
Is
first.
capturing our pump. A unit has become veteran.
Yes.
Taking fire.
Fine. Let's go.
Alright, hit Gunther. Be mindful of the field gun.
Our oil pump is lost.
Let's let them have it.
Just avoid the field gun. That's really all I need to do. They do have their own gunner though, so this is not as nice as it may sound just yet.
What's the plan? That will be fixed in no time.
Everybody inside.
Yeah!
Rifleman reinforced and ready. Get to cover.
Okay, so I actually killed one of their squads finally. Dang it.
We are listening. Targeting.
And they didn't quite do enough damage. They're only useful for denying pushes. Can we wreck him? A failed shot there, sadly.
You have orders? It'll be good as what? Grenadiers,
This is falling apart for me now, a little bit.
Moving. That will give us cover. We'll do it. Looks like
And they're upgrading the points in result to that. Because now they have the mortar also put pressure on me.
how can I say Polania?
Multiple enemies spotted.
What can we do?
Sounds ready. Orders first.
That was close.
Uh-huh. That will
We're
give us
taking
cover.
fire! Ready. Get back!
I'm listening. I really
Just
need
give us a
that.
target.
Uh-huh. Be there soon. Whatever helps.
Anna can
On my
harass
way.
the field guns.
Got it.
What's next?
We can force a response out of them.
Grenadiers.
Ready to move.
Yeah.
The enemy is capturing a
So let's
strategic position.
see what they say about this.
A structure is being attacked.
Yes. Sounds good.
How can I? Cozy.
Although, are you actually shooting anything is the question.
Building upgrade complete.
We are listening. On the way.
Taking our heads down.
Good spot. Orders.
Time to move!
Multiple enemies spotted.
This is probably not going to go well, because I left myself quite isolated a bit. Dang it, Anne. I just want Anna there.
Capturing a strategic position.
Probably a terrible idea, because I should have saved that precision shot for Gutzer. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is not going well. Because I'm just losing all the points behind me now, because I tunnel visioned.
A unit has become veteran.
Make it quick! Grenade away!
What's next? I'm not ready.
Come on, reinforce.
What is it? Rifle
You
squad
can't heal.
reinforced. Moving.
How can I help? Oh, that feels better. Looks
Multiple
like a safe
enemies
spot.
spotted. A structure is being attacked. Yes, contact!
We scared off the Strasniks, but... Or the gunners, but doesn't help much yet.
How can I help?
That might still potentially be pretty good.
A unit has become veteran.
But we're getting wrecked now. Because they got convenient Federacy right there. Or then maybe they already had Federacy.
Instructions.
And another problem is I never did get around to building a workshop either.
You want
Multiple enemies spotted.
follow us?
My guns are ready. Strasnik moving.
Receiving fire!
Engineers rallying here.
So I did not kill anything to make it worth it, they're just mortaring me down.
Hey, I can do that.
Uh-huh.
I still have the center point, but that doesn't do much because I feel like I'm losing all the other
Is
engagements.
capturing a strategic position.
To cover. We are listening.
Shut them down! Keep their heads down!
Multiple enemies spotted.
And nothing I can do about stopping this field gun, can I?
Moving.
Standing by.
Unless I push up super aggressively.
What's next? On my way.
What?
Nope, the more... Yeah, I didn't separate them, so that was a lot of damage potential. Nope, and that accidentally selected all the infantry. That only did 100 points of damage, but that'll scare off them a bit. Nope, and dang it!
We're listening.
I thought I retrieved with all the infantry squad.
Need something done.
This is not my day so far.
Ready to move. Strasnik moving.
Stay in cover! Can always use cover.
Enemy unit spotted.
I just want you over there, please. Gunners are about to die. I still have not made my
A unit
workshop,
has become veteran.
Let's get to work. Ready. It beats standing in the
and I need to start pushing out on the side.
Yes? What is it? Keeping our heads down!
So we'll see if that distracts them a bit.
Boys. Gunners ready. The team is back up. Taking an in.
My guns are ready. You name it, we'll build it. Best to not sit around.
And we'll have these Strasniks handy in case, because they shouldn't send their gunners over anyway.
What's next?
Uh-huh.
And I should get extras engineer squad to repair my own field gun, since that was reckless of me to push it forward like I did.
The enemy. Quickly! They're shooting!
New orders
I'm
for us?
listening.
Just give us a target.
Now, what's Gunther gonna do?
Being attacked.
Not much of anything, but these Moors are wrecking me right now.
Quickly!
Multiple enemies spotted.
And I accidentally battle cried when I didn't need to.
What is it? Gunners ready.
We're under fire!
Let's go. Looks like a safe spot.
New orders for us?
No city.
How can
Nope, too late there.
Veteran. Team is capturing.
I was hoping they'd be a little bit quicker, but I guess not. And it was not worth it for the point. It was not worth it, sadly.
I'm listening. Right.
More volunteers?
Yes?
We've lost strategic
Because
position.
they basically get theirs for free there almost.
Look sharp
Ready
now.
to build armor. Enemy units paladins. Weapon max.
Cover!
Keeping our heads down.
Get back!
Yeah, I'm just getting wrecked.
We've lost a
Sure,
squad.
having 2 points is nice, but it doesn't mean much for the rest of the game.
Capturing a strategic position.
Get them! They're shooting!
And I have veterancy, so maybe this might mean something.
Can always use cover. On my way.
But we'll see.
Go, go!
How can I?
Because I'm forfeiting troops in the middle of the map.
Workshop reporting.
Which is...
More volunteers.
Because right now they could potentially just brute force forward.
Strategic position. We're off to a good start.
Because they're hammering me with the mortars after all.
Enemy unit spotted.
I missed you.
Quickly! Time to move! Fine.
Kinda busy.
We've lost a strategic position.
What is it? Full blast! Regroup!
Ready to build armor.
You have a target?
So I have no ground infantry there.
Hurry!
I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble in a moment here.
Building upgrade complete.
Yes?
More
And
Polonian
did Gunther just take a shot at you?
Multiple enemies spotted.
They have the reserve. I think they have the reserve too now.
Foothold for beautiful Polania. A unit has gained a rank.
I did not upgrade my oil eater.
Strategic position. We're in the kill zone.
Quickly! Every shot counts.
Area? Yes! We are out of here!
Tell me! Be careful! I'm under
Yeah, it's tricky to attack the Moors from the side because this building's in the way.
Strategic positions.
Is the only problem.
Spotted.
Because that's what Anne was trying to do, to try and harass the field gun and the mortar, but it sadly did not work out.
Position.
And now this is going against me. My own undoing, though.
They're shooting at us! Quickly! Move it! Cover! Move!
Let's make sure.
Over there! Taking fire!
One of our veteran units is now a structure is
Now, I don't think I'm going to get any damage there. They did steal the middle point, because I'm just straight up getting brute force right now. Gunther might die. So long as the suit stays out of reach of the field gun, I might be okay.
multiple enemies spotted. One of our veteran units is now
to go before we left.
Right away.
the enemy is capturing our pump.
Ready to serve Polania.
And that got destroyed there, so...
What's the next destination?
I thought I reinforced you, dang it.
Victory.
Guns ready!
There, fix that, please.
Polania.
I really needed that. On my way.
Transport resistance.
Now, I gotta be mindful where the field gun is. Although it doesn't help much, because they're reviving Gunther right now. And of course, unless I immediately lost this squad there too, so...
For action.
I should not win this fight. I've just been squandering too much in the amount of resources I have hovered. Yeah, I'm gonna concede this one here. It's just not my game, or not my day. But we're gonna push on through. We're gonna make the attempt. Because really, I'm just not able to concentrate too. It's one of those days, I guess. Let's not come up with excuses, it's just a bad display. Let's give it another one though. See if we can break out of this somehow. Somehow. There we are finally. It took us like 14 minutes maybe, but we got there. And it looks like it might be a Polonium mirror match too. Which even more justifies why I shouldn't push up aggressively. Because, again, I do not benefit in any way unless I can successfully raid or steal their supply caches or even decap one of their points. That's only when it becomes valuable unless I can win a fight against their infantry due to them controlling it poorly. So I think that's what we do. Just focus on the macro, the economy, and just position ourselves in a way that we always have the advantage.
Establishing field command. Stand by.
Try and keep it simple because I don't think I have the energy to focus on the complicated stuff I've been trying to do.
Sounds good. We'll do it. Got it.
You have orders?
Fall in. Rally point
At least that much is apparent that I should have gone for the iron here, but we can grab the Grenadier pack.
What's the plan, Ben?
What can we do? Meet right here.
What is it?
More sandbags to fill?
Okay, so they got 2 points. Maybe I don't need the Grenadier pack yet.
This mine is
We're on
ours.
it.
Fall in. Rally
Oil for the
rifleman.
Republic.
The more, the better.
So they got double iron there, so let's keep that in mind. I'll be able to upgrade my iron mine faster though, so that helps there.
We've
What
got
can we do?
company! What is it?
And if I can get one free shot, that's useful, but only if I feel like I could get away with it.
Yes?
Because they just got the grenade pack,
Fall in.
and I'll be able to upgrade the iron mine once this caps.
What is it?
Get this mine out.
Can I at least get one shot before they cap?
Take them up! Go! Go!
Nope.
We're
Be-
under fire!
There's nothing polite.
Nope, the boxes got in the way. That was an example of what I was talking about earlier.
Follow us. What is
About trying to engage them
it? Sounds good.
in like the Desert Railway map. Because the cover, even though they weren't in cover, still got in the way.
You name it, we'll... Careful how you stow them.
Yeah? Uh-huh. We'll do it. Leading the way!
And I can, well, I can hop in
Let's
there.
go inside.
I can hop over the building there.
What is it?
Yeah?
Will it help?
Let's
Because we
go.
don't know where they're going
Looks like a good spot.
just
Building
yet.
Upgrade complete.
Look sharp
Enemies.
now.
Looks like a...
Rally
Yes?
rifleman.
Okay,
This
this will...
bump is ours.
Uh-huh.
This
That
will work
give
for
us
me
a
there.
run. Got it.
Oh yeah, they're using the buggy.
We'll do it.
Because that's... Okay, that's fixed, so I can actually shoot that. And that should benefit me.
Shooting at us! Yes!
Okay, never mind. I thought...
For Polania.
For some reason I thought that benefit me, but I guess not.
Right away!
Because that's my first time seeing that bug in effect.
Waste not.
Get back!
Quickly! Yes! Let's go.
Standing
I did
by.
not want you retreating, dang it, but
Yeah?
that accidentally happened.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Engineers assembling.
Because now I just forfeit the left point.
Gentlemen ready to protect the motherland. The enemy is taking our mine. The enemy is taking our mine.
Take cover! New orders for us? Leading the way. Yes! We're under fire!
So we're gonna get flanked here.
From the front.
Uh-huh. Rifle squad reinforced.
Our mine is lost.
Time to move.
Yeah?
Grenadiers
Moving.
back in service.
Get to cover.
Oh, I don't want 2 engineers.
They're shooting at us.
So now it's 3 on 2, so this is just a losing fight no matter what.
Cover, move.
Yeah? Looks like a good spot.
So I'm just outnumbered no matter where I go. And they have the Grenadiers too.
We'll get them quick.
Dang it. I saw that coming.
We've lost a squad.
That will give us cover.
Ready. On the way.
Because they have what, 5?
Moving to cover.
There was 3 on the right, 2 over here, so they have 5 infantry squads, so...
New orders for us?
And I just lost mine, so... This is not going well for me. I'm just losing due to infantry numbers, aren't I?
Riflemen reinforced and ready. Fine.
Our oil pump is lost. Building finished.
You name it, we'll build it.
We'll do it.
Yeah, I imagine the iron would make all the difference there, because the main consequence I'm having here is being spread out. It happened with the Rusviet matches there, because as soon as I fall back, then they can aggressively use the cover that would be better for me, and then I lose the fight even in equal footing.
Ready for action.
So
On the way.
let's try and push this up, but because we know most of them are on the right, but that won't be for long. And of course I thought that bug on the building was fixed too, and that really screwed me over. Because that's my first time actually experiencing it, to be fair, so I didn't know what it looked like.
Take cover.
Multiple enemies
Let's
here.
go.
No sitting
More
around.
sandbags to fill.
So let's just get building there.
Capturing our pump. Hi-ho.
We're already upgrading there.
New orders for us?
Our mine is lost.
Looks like
I don't think we'll be able to interrupt the oil in time because of bad line of sight. Okay, scare them off, that's a victory there, but we're gonna need to get the iron mine back.
What is it?
Make it quick.
Building upgrade complete.
You were already shooting at them, you decided to hop out of cover, oddly enough.
More volunteers.
We're ready. Right away.
And they just retreated, so that gives me time to push
That will give us
a
cover.
little bit. I don't think I could take this point, but a little bit early warning if they grab the iron mine is kind of useful. I have so much iron right now, so let's... I don't want more Grenadiers,
Cancelled.
because that can be so hit or miss to try and rely on that. And the extra mobility is probably better.
Enemy sounds good.
Keeping our heads down.
Nope, I knew that was a bad idea, but they're all up there.
Grenadiers ready. Ready for action.
Riflemen
Moving
here.
out.
Defend the Republic. Let's go. Looks like a good spot.
New recruits.
Leading the way.
Now, I need to figure out who's who, so I can set them in a proper group.
What is it?
Grenadiers ready. It beats standing in the open.
New orders
The
for us?
enemy is taking our mine.
We're under fire. Get them.
Ready. Right away.
Building upgrade complete.
Look sharp now.
So I almost have enough for the reserves.
Yes. Keeping our heads.
Where's my Grenadier? Because I'm pretty certain this is not going to work. But, yeah, because they have Anne up too, so...
Fall in. Deploying reserve.
That's due to the fact that they got the reserves on the oil on the back, but it does destroy the cover though, which helps.
Over there.
Enemy is capturing our pump.
We're ready. On the way. About time.
Our oil pump is lost.
Now,
Moving to
this is
cover.
bad cover, sadly.
Standing in the open.
Fall in.
And I'm about to have my Strasniks and everything in a moment.
We'll build it.
Make it quick. We're taking fire.
Reserve forces have arrived.
On it! Right away!
We're receiving replacements.
So they're running scared so far, but that doesn't help me much yet.
Moving. That will give us cover.
Engaging enemy.
Because now the grenade I used to destroy the cover basically means I destroyed my own cover.
Get to cover.
And I need you to heal because you're at risk of losing infantry.
Got it.
Yeah! Can always use cover. Kinda busy! Be there soon.
Come on, I had you in your own separate group there, Anna, so do that, please.
Here to help. Yeah! Be careful.
Hero is out of action.
What can we
The enemy is taking our mine.
Tear them out.
Keep firing.
Fall in.
Push back from the
I'm just falling apart now there. Because now they're just backdooring and stealing everything on me.
Let's go! Kill them fast!
The enemy is taking
And they should win this fight here. Because I only have... It's 3 versus 4.
line is lost.
But maybe the damage I'm doing might be worth it.
Multiple enemies spotted.
What can we do?
For orders? We'll be there in no time.
Heads up!
Okay, so I can actually revive using the mini-map. That might be helpful there. So there's more cover destroyed. Probably doesn't help very much.
Enemy is taking our mine.
Can I just... Okay, we have Strasniks coming up. Although we are swarmed. Where's my other Strasnik? Okay, I was wondering. So we might actually win this fight finally, but I'm again losing focus.
Enemy units spotted. Riflemen regrouping.
That feels better.
What's the plan for?
We've lost the squad.
Oh, which squad did I just lose? A squad that was back at base at the heel. Yeah, I don't think I could kill it, but extra damage to make a more costly repair might be good.
What's the plan then?
And I never did upgrade my oil, did I? Never mind the fact that I lost my oil.
More sandbags to fill?
Oh, invisible engineers, that's gonna be annoying.
Keep moving!
And how close are we to promotions? Just for his purposes of knowing the durability.
We've got company.
I'm
Under fire!
Sounds good. Fine.
Be quick about it!
Get clear!
So let's get them back. Let's try and collect ourselves a bit, dang it.
Hold up.
Taking fire here.
Orders! This way!
What's next? On my way. Looks like a safe spot.
Orders! Taking all recruits.
Nope, back up, please.
Let's keep moving. My guns are ready.
I should not have done retreat with both of them, but I did not like the predicament they were in.
What can we
What you
do?
need? Be there soon.
Repositioning!
How can I help? Hey, hands up.
Taking fire.
I don't think this is going to hit very well because they have the high ground.
Panic showed me.
We're ready!
Where's my... I thought my extra infantries were coming, but I guess not.
What's the plan then? Couldn't have run.
Rifle squad reinforced.
What's the plan? Get back!
Yeah?
My guns are ready. You name it.
Alright, get to repairing, because so far the damage may have been decent, but I don't know the economic state.
What you need? I can do that.
Considering they have half... most of...
Enemy is taking
Oh, they
our
just
mine.
killed my grenadiers, so...
More volunteers. Arming Polanian gunners.
And I do... Dang it, I have so much iron too. That just tells me I'm so late on everything.
You have orders?
Come on, dang it.
Pumping little pump.
I'm listening. Better use cover. I've got him.
Our mine is
And now I don't have the numbers anymore. Because again, this is why I want my infantry hotkeyed and understand it enough so
Boss, that will
I
be
don't
us
have to
covered.
just keep scoring around to find them.
Gunners ready. A little protection helps. Got it!
Yeah, I'm aware you're the opponent I played against with those 2 Rusviet matches. To be fair, I don't really play Rusviet at all, so that doesn't help either.
Name it. We'll do. Ready to move.
But now it's just falling apart. I need to get my hotkeys all figured out.
for us.
Cozy.
Yeah?
Because now they have the middle point.
Moving to cover. My guns are ready. Standing by. It beats standing
I am
by.
probably so damn late on...
Volunteers. Building finished.
New orders for
Yeah,
us?
it's just this iron that's basically telling me they already got their mechs coming out.
Workshop reporting. Ready.
At least they definitely had their out for a while, so...
Keep it flowing.
Let's see about...
Ready to move.
Uh-huh.
I'm
No
listening.
more sitting around.
Time to hunt. I see the
Alright,
enemy.
all infantry just get into group 3.
Guns ready.
And we'll work from there.
Let's show them what we've got.
Uh-huh.
How can I serve Polania?
You need.
Shamaois, get everything up here, because we could fight this.
Moving.
Uh-huh.
I just need a good concave, and of course almost all the cover is gone too, so...
Standing
Enemy
by.
unit
It's clear.
spotted.
Get in.
Not gonna be very good against the Strasniks, is it?
Multiple enemies spotted.
Kinda busy. Multiple.
Ready. This will get their attention.
Hero is out of action. The enemy is
Oh yeah, just died immediately. Yeah, I kind of predicted that. And I saw I told you to move, but again, the control group's not set up. It goes so much more fluidly when I have the proper control groups. I just gotta get my head wrapped around by the fact that when I retreat them, they're more than likely going to be in a completely different area, so that control group I have them set to is no longer valid. I'm willing to admit this is just a bad day for me, or I'm willing to accept, but I am going to continue pushing on through because I still have half an hour before I have to head out. So I will take these losses as gracefully as I can. But when I'm not able to do, I rely heavily on my control groups, so that way, because otherwise I have to go to the minimap, click on, or at least scroll back to the headquarters, figure out which one infantry squad is which that I recall, and then have us send them back out every single time, and I don't want to do that. Ideally. That's almost an impossibility though, unless they're all in their individual groups though. Because if I send one squad back that's in group 3, and then I try and tell group 3 to go over to the left, then including the one that's maybe defending that victory point goes over there as well. Which maybe is not terrible because I might already be looking in that direction because maybe a grenadier might try and throw a bomb at me. So maybe that's not as terrible as I make it sound, in theory. Because yeah, I have been doing, since I had a nice constant streak of victories before, and was out positioning my opponent decently enough, today is just not a good day for me. So we are going to take this as gracefully as we can and try and push on through, as opposed to just concede now, or at least end the stream off and just save it for tomorrow, because ideally I'm going to stream tomorrow regardless, win or lose. So I'm not going to try and use that as an excuse for just ending it now after a string of losses, because those do happen, dang it. So without a doubt, a mirror match. If nothing else, I was doing good damage to them with my Strasniks and Anna. I just left Anna kind of exposed for their piercing shot, and that 300 points of damage is definitely a big deal. So we'll try this again. Maybe this time I'll actually go for a double iron instead of the oil first.
Command. Stand by. Command established.
Done?
Yeah?
Leading the way.
Got it.
You name it, we'll build it. Gladly. We're on it.
And I gotta try not to click as much too, which, considering I did a video for Armada 2, which doesn't really punish you for clicking repeatedly, that also could be a factor as well. So anyone who's a fan of the Armada 2 videos, expect that later tonight. I just have yet to encode it. But this might also be my last match just due to the fact I have half an hour.
We need more resources first.
What's the plan then?
Yes?
We can build.
You have orders?
Look sharp now.
So nothing yet here.
We've got
The plan
company.
then?
Uh-huh.
And I don't expect to get a free shot because I'm losing out on a free shot because they're out in the open. Because from what I learned from last time, trying to shoot them means the boxes are going to get in the way.
You name it, just like throwing a stick for the dog.
Yes.
Nope, I figure as much.
There's
Looks like
nothing
a good
Paladin
spot.
right
At least I expected it to not do damage, but I think I took a hit
Orders for us?
as a result there.
We'll do it. Yes? Fine.
Fall in.
What is it?
So if I can at least learn how the cover works, then maybe I can say there's still something to be gained from the stream. Because I expected that not to do any damage. Because I willingly admitted that I lost out on a chance to shoot them when they were out in the open there.
Standing by.
And maybe I'll make this bit of more of a priority to grab. And I forgot to upgrade, but... Because as soon as I get that oil pack, that's when I have the resources to upgrade, dang it. It's also a mild consequence of doing such commentary as well, but if I'm really in the zone and really can get my muscle memory working, which is not happening today, that's not as much of an issue, because then the flow goes so much better.
Rallying rifleman.
Cancelled.
Engineers assembling.
Yeah.
Rifleman here to defend.
Another 5 seconds or so, then I will have my oil forward upgrade this iron.
Yes. Good. Multiple enemies spotted.
Ready for action.
Grenadiers sadly are in a bad spot, but
Upgrade complete.
What is it? Let's go. Quickly! Over there, cover!
I hope this is decent enough cover because I'm gonna need it.
Sounds good.
Please tell me there's cover here.
Multiple enemies spotted.
What can we do? Rally point set.
They're shooting at us!
Nope, they're pushing me 3 on 2, so let's fall back and forfeit it, I guess.
Action is ongoing.
They just straight up outnumber me.
Grenadiers.
The enemy is capturing our bomb.
Understood.
What is it? Follow us.
Ready.
So we'll see. I don't think Grenadier can do much, but I am gonna forfeit this oil without a doubt.
Fall in.
What's the plan then?
Rifles back from the front.
Moving.
And I need a little bit more oil. Actually, let me up. I can easily upgrade this oil.
Grenadiers ready.
Yes?
Find cover! Taking fire! Take cover!
Looks like
What's
a lot
the
of
plan?
And now I can't really push up on them, and I never did heal, did I?
Open fire!
Oh, it's 2 on 3 now, but
What can we do?
they backed up with one of them, so who knows where the other one is.
Name it, we'll build it.
Yes! Save some for us! Orders! We'll do it. Quickly!
They're suppressed, so that forces them to retreat.
Keep it down! For Polania!
And they're just running the cover, which actually is probably not helping them due to what kind of cover they're getting.
Taking cover!
I don't think this cover does you any good, but you missed out on shots as a result of it.
New orders for us?
Building upgrade complete.
Orders!
So
Building finished.
you guys go support over there.
Looks like a good spot.
Make it quick!
What is it?
Nope, I set up my groups wrong. Dang it, that's unfortunate, but
this bump is ours now.
I don't think this grenade's gonna do much, but they're using the cover.
Cover! We're taking fire!
I'm lucky there in that regard, but
Quick!
that just might turn around there.
What is it?
Fall in.
You have orders?
No city.
And let me actually get more troops, because that's something I haven't been doing very well.
Moving out. Keeping going. Heads down. Cover. We're ready.
And I should be able to just win this, right? Even though that's, again, terrible cover.
Make it quick.
Sharp now.
Quickly! Fall back and
Standing by.
It beats standing in.
And I did just upgrade that, which may have been a terrible idea, because I'm going to have a really late reserve one now.
What's the plan? Moving to cover.
Now maybe I have an opportunity to retreat and start healing people.
Leading the way!
Taking cover.
They're shooting at us!
About
Quickly!
time.
Over there! Cover!
Make it quick. It's clear. Get in.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Uh-huh. Rifleman reinforced and ready. Sounds good.
Look sharp now.
Yeah, and I still need more.
Ready for action.
I could still get more troops, I guess. That's probably.
Enemy is capturing our bomb.
Moving to cover. Get back.
Rifles back from the front.
What is it?
Alright, so.
New orders for us? Get
Enemy
to cover.
unit spotted.
Let's go.
Building upgrade complete.
We found one.
Building upgrade complete. The enemy is capturing our bomb.
Fall in.
This might be questionable, but I do have Defender's Advantage to help some.
Cover. We're taking fire.
What is it? Rifleman us.
Ready for action.
No, I did. When I hit the control group 2, that it scrolled the camera for me when I didn't want it to.
Back
So they probably should dodge that, but let's...
On the way.
Okay, so they're not doing good on dodging the grenades, which I guess is my saving grace right now here. Because I was doing bad as well.
What can we do? Deploying reserve.
Quickly! Cover! Move!
Ready. Standing by. Taking
We still have the iron mine. We got them sandwiched, so...
Over there!
And that's forcing them to rally. This is what I hate most. Having to always scroll back to the headquarters. It's not fluid for me. It's making my control very sloppy because I rely so much on my hotkeys. And that's what I need to figure out most.
We're under fire! Reserve forces have arrived. Multiple enemies spotted.
Okay, there comes Anna now.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Take cover! We're taking fire! Compliments of Bologna!
Multiple enemies spotted. Our mine is lost.
Open fire!
A unit has become veteran. Keeping our heads down.
So I want to try grab points, but this is probably a bad idea.
Me! Hey, every shot now on their way! Stay in cover!
Straznik, ready to cut. This will get their attention.
They're in my sights!
Okay, I think we're doing okay.
Better get out of here!
Okay, I think she gets out safely, but we are taking a lot of damage still. And we didn't quite... My Strasniks took like no damage, so this is good here.
My help. On my way. Stay low!
Fall back and regroup!
Got it.
Fall in.
What's the plan then?
I thought I just healed you.
Back to safety!
I literally thought I told you to heal. This is an opportunity I need to kill the gunners. I go faster than them, so this should be dead gunners right now.
Multiple enemies here.
Listening. Looks like a safe spot.
Keeping our heads down!
Riflemen regroup.
Can I decap? That's all I could ask for.
What's next?
Ah, dang it, I'm not gonna kill them. And it's kind of intruding.
Rifle squad reinforced.
I think part of my problem is I'm never looking at the bottom of the screen.
Unit has become veteran.
Maybe that's part of my problem there. But is there an easy way to know who can get reinforced if I do that?
What is it? Riflemen reinforced and ready.
Right away.
Yes!
What's next? Hey! Steady! Kinda busy!
So they just got promoted, so let's keep that in mind.
Not sit around.
Yeah!
Order, get back to safety!
Tell me!
Well, that was a ridiculous precision shot.
No other way!
New orders for us?
I will say that much.
On the way. Got it.
My guns are ready.
Now, get that back up, please.
There are Polanians who need our help.
Straznik, ready to move.
That will give us cover. Yes?
Alright, recover,
Rifle squad
recover.
reinforced. Looks like a
See
good
about
spot.
defending this capture point, because I never did build a workshop. Keep that in mind.
It won't build itself.
Although my resources are decent, I can upgrade it
New recruits.
More
immediately,
iron for
so
How can I serve
we're pretty good there.
Moving to cover.
My guns are ready.
And I gotta be mindful that there are gunners, so my Strasniks are gonna be hindered a bit.
I am badly hurt! Quick, better get out of here!
I did decap it, so
Sounds good.
that's not terrible.
Straznik, ready
And without their hero,
Follow us.
nope, that's not what I wanted.
Got it.
I hit the wrong group there.
get clear.
Moving.
Forcing the retreat.
It beats. Let them
Yeah, there's the gunners that I should have been paying attention for.
taking cover.
I'm listening.
Building
Get to
finished.
cover. We'll do it. And
We're taking fire.
What's the plan?
How can I serve Polania? Straznik, moving.
We
Yes?
found one.
Okay, that got decapped. That's all I could ask for there.
Let's keep moving.
Contact. Be quick about it.
Best to not sit around. Get clear.
Make it quick.
yeah.
Enemy is capturing our pump.
Leading the way!
We're taking fire.
Straznik, ready to move.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the wrong group again. I'm hitting 3 instead of 2 when I may. Ah, dang it. Oh yeah, they're already retreated, so that's fine, I guess. So let's get our soup ready because we're gonna need them.
How can I help?
Bear is down. That don't mean much yet.
Look sharp now.
Need something done?
A structure is being attacked.
Hold up.
Come on, you have battle cry. Oh no, you don't.
Move it! They're shooting at us!
So they have 3 infantry squads over there. So
Taking all recruits. Moving. For action. Grenadiers back in service.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Wait. Get back.
Keeping our heads down.
My guns are ready.
The enemy is taking our mine. The enemy is capturing
Chance Workshop's almost done.
unit spotted.
Let's get.
Arming Polanian gun.
Ah, dang it! I could get a soup still. I was scared for a moment.
Tell me! Stay in cover!
Building upgrade complete. More Polanian assets are now available. Our mine is lost. Our oil pump is lost. They're shooting at us. The unit has become veteran.
I just. Why are you not Why are you not throwing grenades? Not that it matters. I think you're just walking to your death, but still.
Strasnik, ready to move.
A unit has become veteran.
I really needed that. Better use cover.
Enemy unit spotted.
Let's go! We're taking fire! What's the plan?
I should have done battle cry. Dang it! This is not going well.
Let's find.
Standing by and ready for passengers. Is ready to go to work.
Multiple enemies spotted. The enemy is capturing a strategic position.
Yeah, where are my gunners?
A unit has gained a rank. The enemy is capturing a strategic position. The hero is out of action.
Ready to serve.
I'm starting to fall apart there after a promising start. I didn't want to heal you, but whatever works, I guess.
Strategic position.
Grenadiers ready. Ready to serve Polania.
We've lost a strategic position.
Orders.
Yeah?
Enemy unit spotted.
Grenadiers ready.
Now I'm trying. This is where I'm wasting too much time trying to find my infantry squad to order them all over, but
Fine. Contact! We're ready! Find cover! Get to cover!
and I can't get an extra gunner squad. I lost my Ann, so only thing I can hope for is maybe focus down their Strasniks. If the gunners would allow for it, but I don't think that's going to happen here.
Grenadiers back in service.
And I don't have the troop count, and I
Ready for action.
loathe the idea of sacrificing units to just try
Orders! Cover!
and grab points, or just to get more units.
Strasnik, orders on the way. It beats standing in. My guns are ready.
You have orders!
Yes, 3-on-1. This is not a good exchange for me,
They're shooting at us!
which basically means I should win this top fight then, right?
Enemy is capturing our pump.
You think I would have the numbers advantage is what that means up here,
Complete. More
but I don't even know where my infantry are right now.
Moving to cover.
Riflemen, we right away! For us? Let's go!
My guns are ready to serve Polania.
Our oil pump is
Falling
lost.
back!
Need something.
Reinforced. Ready! Yeah? We're under fire!
What's the next destination?
Orders! Cover! Move!
Unit ready to build armor.
Strasnik, ready to move.
And they have promotion levels on this dang Strasnik, so I'm just going into a losing fight, aren't I?
Ready to go, Wojtek?
No sitting
I'm
around.
listening.
Ready to serve Polania.
Sandbags to fill?
Someone
It's
over
not
there.
too
Multiple
far.
enemies spotted.
Position secured.
The enemy is
Yeah, I was wondering if I had another engineer squad, but it did not work out.
Feels better.
Strasnik, ready to move.
Leading the way!
I should be able to kill this Strasnik easily. I'm just falling apart though, dang it.
Rifleman,
Promising start, but I'm just getting overwhelmed, I think.
what is it? Let's go.
Because I don't know how to control my control groups at this point anymore. It's what it's basically looking like. Nope. The overdrive didn't do much of anything.
Good, isn't it?
We've lost a mech.
What's next?
Uh-huh.
Leading the way.
And I gotta stop box selecting too. I don't think a turret is a good idea at this point.
We'll have it fixed in no time.
Yeah, because you got Federacy, that does not help me.
More volunteers?
Grenadiers ready. Moving out. Got it.
Orders, get back to safety.
Yeah, I'm just feeling overwhelmed. I don't know. I don't really have words for what's going on now. Which is probably the ultimate sign of I overstayed my welcome.
I've secured an iron mine.
What you need?
Now I need support over there. And the turret I don't think is going to help me, honestly. Because that means they have their own turret.
Artillery, get down.
New recruits? Arming Polanyi.
And I have... Where are my engineers?
Sandbags to fill. Engineers rallying here.
You're not reinforcing. There we go. I hit the wrong button, that's why.
It'll be good.
What's the plan?
What's next? On my way.
Rifles back from the front.
1, 2. Can always use maybe more. Be there soon.
New orders for us?
My guns are ready.
So this is just a losing bout, but maybe if I could kill the other Strasnik, it might be worth something, but it only does like 80 points of damage, so it's not really something to brag about.
New orders?
We've lost a squad. The enemy is capturing a strategic position. Lost.
You are reinforcing, right? Nope, not reinforcing.
We've lost a strategic position.
So I'm not going to be able to kill this thing. I could try to kill it, but I'm not likely going to.
We'll have it fixed in no time.
Got it.
Because yeah, I fought them off, but that doesn't help me.
Ready. Strasnik moving.
On my way.
What is it?
What you need?
Moving. What now?
Too dicey.
Enemy forces have made significant progress.
I'll get
We're under fire.
What?
Yes.
Little bit here.
Show them what we're made of.
Listening. Moving.
And I have both my engineers up there, right? Well, one of them died and they're busy repairing the turret.
Need something done?
A unit has become veteran.
Am I actually going to win this fight, though? Because Anne's in a terrible spot. The Strasnik's here, they have their own Strasnik after all, so that's Federacy, so...
The squad.
Where is my Suf?
Recruits. Workshop reporting.
Polanyi, stand it. Dig in.
Alright, Suf, you can get in there. We can force this to retreat, but I'm just falling apart. This is just an utter disaster of a loss there. It had promise in the beginning, but not anymore. They did kill the Suf, so That seals the deal. Yeah, it's a terrible display on my part because it's definitely one of my off days. It was going so well before, but I just keep losing focus when I'm trying to figure out my control groups in my infantry. That's what's burning so much of my time and concentration. I recall my infantry and then trying to figure out which one is which group, basically. So I need to spend a little bit of time trying to figure that out. Because now that cements my loss in Division 2. And it was going so smoothly up to this point, so hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow. Hopefully. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.